Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I will be giving away my 13-point checklist. Make sure to stick around till the end of the video. I reckon that point 13 will be a little bit controversial, however it should help you guys out a lot if you guys have been hit by the recent core algorithm updates and stuff. So step number one, what we're going to do is compile a list of our backlink data. So what I have done here is I've just searched a random keyword, which is buy gaming PC. And as we can see here, we're going to disregard currys.co.uk because they are a electric shop in the UK. You can definitely use them when you are compiling backlink data. However, just bear in mind, if you are compiling backlink data with the likes of Amazon and Walmart and stuff, you're going to come back with a load of links that you might not necessarily need. So what I have done here is I'm basically going to be picking out some more niche websites. So for example, Fierce PC, Cyber Power Systems, and PC Specialist. All of these guys, they sell PC related hardware, custom PCs, etc. And then on Ahrefs, all I have done is on the left hand side, or well, actually, first of all, what I've done is I've just put in casualgamingpc.com. And then on the left hand side, I'm just going to put in link intersect. This is just a made up domain, but this is what I would be doing if I was you guys. So I would then put in my competitors in the link intersect, and basically what the link intersect is going to do is it's going to concatenate everybody's backlink profile and pull together a load of links that they have that we don't have. So as you can see, for example, here, theguardian.com links to all three of our competitors, but it doesn't link to ours. The Verge, same again. Nvidia, same again. Aftership, so on and so forth. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at intersections of three, which then leads us to step number two in our 13-point checklist, is analyzing the total number of backlinks, right? Because if we were to do all three intersections, so 1, 2, and 3, we're going to get we're going to get 7,456 domains. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that we need 7,500 domains. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to reduce the count, and it's going to go down to 374. Now, what I would definitely say is, for example, Bitly, that's not actually a needle pushing link. That's just a URL shortener that all three of them have. So I would definitely not look to actually include that. However, Computer Hope and PC Gamer, you can definitely get guest posts on these websites. One thing I will say is that a lot of these websites will be aggregator websites. There'll be scraper links. They're not going to be needle pushing links. Like, for example, 1280joycasino.com. It's just a random casino website. Again, this looks like a PBN of some sort that they have got. Now, would I be looking to acquire this link? Definitely not, because even though it's a DR54 link, it's probably not going to be a needle pushing link. So just bear that in mind when you are analyzing the total number of backlinks. You are going to want to essentially reduce some of the spammy links in that. So now this leads us on to our third checklist. Check the domain authority of linking sites. Now, I recently done a video, I believe it was 2, maybe 3 days ago, on how to actually analyze links. But what I would be looking to do right now is I would be looking to create buckets of essentially high DR websites, high DR publications, so DR 60 and above, DR 45 to, let's say, 60, and DR, let's say, 30 to 45. Now, once you essentially have those three buckets set up, then you're going to want to spam check all of these websites, which we'll get into a little bit more of further in this video. But making certain that you are actually categorizing the links into three buckets, so DR 45 to 60s, DR 60 and above, and DR 30 to 45s. So that being done, what we're then going to do in our checklist is identifying the page authority. So what this does is it basically gets rid of any pages that are low authority. Now, what a lot of people would essentially do is they would look at this Guardian link, and in some cases, major publications like the Guardians of the world, like The Verge, etc., they have got a low UR. Now, what you could do is build tier 2 links to this link once you have it, and it would essentially push more link equity and more link power through to your website. So if we take a look at some of these, like for example, this is a UR22 as well. Let's see if we can find a website. So as you can see here, the Guardian link here, it's a UR36. So the PCspecialist.co.uk actually have a much stronger link from the Guardian. So for example, this is a UR22. What we'll actually do is we'll actually pull this up on Ahrefs, so it's a little bit easier for you guys to look at. So if we could take a look here, this is the link that Cyberpower have, I believe. So this is, I believe Ahrefs has crashed on me, which isn't good. So there we go. So as you can see, this is a UR37. It has got a lot of tier 2 links to it. So as you can see, the UR is a lot higher. Now, if we were to pull up the other Guardian link, Ahrefs is really slow today. And if we take a look at this link, as you can see here, it's a UR of 23. It has got a lot less tier 2s. It obviously ranks for a lot less keywords. This obviously ranks for almost double the amount of keywords that the second Guardian link has. So overall, the PC Specialist has got the best Guardian link, and they have been doing a load of tiered link building. So identifying the page authority is super important. Even though you might have a link from the Guardian or the Verge or Forbes, etc., you need to be making certain that you are doing tiered link building to those pages. So accessing link location on the page. Now, not many people know this, which is really surprising. When you are doing link building, ideally you would want a link higher up on the actual page. So if we take a look here, where is their actual link? Good old games, PC Specialist, Overclockers, and Chill Blast. So their link is fairly like low down on the page. Basically, the reason for this is Google crawls top to bottom. So if, say, for example, their link was up here or up here, it's going to have a little bit more link power. And then not only that as well, is PageRank then gets divided on all of these other pages, because this article links out multiple times. It's not just only solely linking out to the PC Specialist. So making certain that you are placing your links high up on guest posts or niche edits, it does certainly help. Even if you are doing PR, potentially tell your PR agency to try to place the links high up on the page. We do that for all of our clients. I'm certain that other PR agencies and other link building agencies should be able to do that for you as well. Which then leads me on to my next checkpoint, which is analyzing anchor text distribution. Now, this is a very commonly asked question. If you guys have never done any anchor text distribution or any auditing, I would probably recommend you guys to just load up your Google Search Console, put in the URL that you're looking to do link building for, and use secondary keywords. So, for example, if we're trying to rank for buy gaming PCs or buy gaming PC, another variation of this keyword might be buy gaming PCs online, or buy gaming desktop. So making certain that you have got secondary keywords in your basically anchor text, it means that you're never going to over optimize on your primary keyword. It's just a safe option. However, the caveat to all of that is if you guys are going to do more of a bespoke link building strategy for your website, which I would recommend, it does take a little bit more time and effort. What I would look to do is look at your competitors, look at what percentages that they are using for, or what percentage they're using exact match domains or exact match anchors, money anchors, secondary keywords, etc. And also branded. I, again, do have a video on this, on how to pick your anchor text ratio as well. So basically, two options here. You can do a very manual process, which will probably take a couple hours every single page that you're trying to do link building for, or you can go the safe route and do secondary keywords and branded anchors when you are doing your anchor text analysis. The next step would be to identify follow versus no follow links. I feel like as of 2024, as of recording this video, not many people do that many no follow links. And again, it's natural for websites to get no follow links. If we were to take a look at, let's take a look at Fire Pierce PC. Let's take a look at their Ahrefs. So a lot of people do focus on just solely build and do follow links. Now, it's not the best strategy. You want to create a strong foundation. So if we were to do backlinks, so they've got a total of 6,631 backlinks. And if we were to do no follow backlinks, 497 of their backlinks is no follow. And again, if we were to take a look at CyberPower Systems, so they've got 1,000 no follow links. And if we click all, so they've got 3,000 links in total. 1/3 of their backlink profile is deemed as no follow. And let's take a look at PC Specialist. So PC Specialist, they have got 10,000 backlinks, and if we take a look at their no follow, they've got 3,378 no follow. So again, 1/3 of their backlink profile is no follow. Again, the more competitors you're actually analyzing, you're going to get a much more accurate result. I've just only picked 3 for the purposes of this video. So spot check spammy links. Now, every single website has got some form of spammy links. For example, if we were to take a look at this website here, where's the spammy links? Where are the spammy links? As you can see here, that didn't take long at all. Jeff Constable. It doesn't even load the link. So that just goes to show you it's not that great of a link. And it's a DR44 link, so just bear that in mind. DR doesn't always mean that it is a good link. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, Kaz, how did you know that that link was a spammy link? There's certain things that I look at that I can identify very quickly because I've been doing this for so many years. I can very quickly see that, okay, Crunchbase, for example, that's not going to be a spammy link. It's more of a directory style website. Same with like Tom's Guide. I've seen that website. There's just certain things, because I've been doing it for so long, I can just very quickly tell which links are going to pass power, which links aren't going to pass power, which links are needle pushers, which links aren't, etc., etc. Like, for example, again, a lot of people would take a look at bittech.net and think it's a spammy link because it's talking about an old, out-of-date laptop. But again, bittech.net, it is quite a strong domain. It's DR72, etc. Again, this does come with time. the best way that I could definitely describe this to you is try to do this for your competitors, and you'll very quickly realize which links are actually needle pushers and which links aren't. Again, the team are trained up on this. When they are doing this for clients, when we've got link building clients, it's mandatory for us to check which links are essentially needle pushers and which links are what we deem as noisy links. Again, the noisy links is the ones that you need to look out for, because those ones are the ones that will essentially harm your website. Again, like for example, this, I could already tell that it's going to be low quality garbage, even though, or actually it's a DR0, so a lot of people would have been able to pick that up. So yeah, that is the spot checking for spammy links. Again, there are certain things that you can definitely be looking at for this, like the traffic of the website, the link velocity, which we will get into, etc. So review the relevance of the content. So this is a very controversial one, to say the least. Mainly because a lot of people think that if they are getting a link, the entire website needs to be talking about gaming PCs, and it's not the case. Like, for example, The Guardian talks about everything. However, it's a great link to have to your website, because again, if we go back to this page, all three of our competitors have a Guardian link. Now, there are three types of relevance. There is website relevance, so the website entirely is speaking about gaming PCs. Again, there's going to be a finite amount of these relevant links. What you will typically also find as well is with the complete website talking about a certain subject, it might not be a high DR website, so you're going to need to lower your expectations there. The second type of relevance is there might be a silo on the website that's talking about gaming, and that linking to your website, to your gaming PC website, it's gonna pass a lot of relevance. So that's two types of relevance. The third type is page relevance. So there might be a certain specific page that is obviously talking about gaming PCs or PCs in general, and it links to your gaming PC website. Again, that's passing relevance. And actually, there's four types of relevance. And the fourth type is sentence level relevance. So there might be a certain paragraph or a certain sentence within this article. So this article might not be talking about gaming PCs, or it might be talking about video games, for example, like this article is. However, it's linking to your gaming PC website. Again, there's four types of relevance. There's website relevance, there's silo relevance, there's page relevance, and there is sentence level relevance. So just bear that in mind when you are doing any form of link building. Try to get a mixture of all four. The last thing you want is just relevance and you're not focusing on power. The good thing about when you work down the way, you will typically be able to land a lot more powerful links, but they're not super relevant to your website. For any successful SEO strategy, you're going to need all four. So then what we want to be doing is detecting link velocity trends. And now this is another way that I like to spot check websites for spammy links. So for example, if we were to take a look at the Northern Echo, .co.uk. So if we were to just look at the actual homepage, and if we were to go to overview 1.0, what you can typically do is look at the amount of referring domains that a website has incoming, and be able to gauge if it is going to be a good or bad website. Now, if we take a look here, it's been fairly stagnant, so that's a good thing. One thing we don't want to be seeing is a massive, huge drop in referring domains. If, say, for example, they started off in 2018 with 69 referring domains, fast forward to 2024, they're at 16,000 referring domains. So overall, they're massively gaining year on year. Now, again, if you were to take a look at this from a 1 year example, from a 2 year example, 2022 to 2024, They have had a little bit of a decline, but again, they might have done a disavow, they might have lost links. It's natural for a website to lose some amount of links. One thing that I would say is if this website had lost, let's say, if it went from 20,000 to, let's say, 14,000 or 12,000, so they had lost, let's say, 60% of their backlink profile, and they had also lost a stupid amount of traffic, I would then be looking at thinking, right, what's going on here? However, again, on the grand scheme of things, this website here, it's DR76, they have lost a little bit of traffic here. So from 725,000 to 305,000, they've lost half of their traffic. But again, on the grand scheme of things, they aren't terrible. There are definitely way worse websites. Would this be a link that I would build to my website? Probably. Would it be one of the first links that I would build to my website? Absolutely not. I feel like that there are definitely more gaming related websites, there are more PC and tech related websites that I could acquire. However, this link here is not going to do any harm to my website. So that has been the next step. Then what we would want to take a look at is identifying geographical relevance. Now, this is a very touchy subject, especially for some of the guys that are in foreign SERPs. Now, if we were to take a look at, for example, if we were to look at Google, let's take a look at a moving company, or actually buy houses in Dubai, right? So they've got propertyfinder.ae, and if we were to take a look at their backlink profile, they will have, so they've got 7.1 thousand referring domains. Now I have actually done a video on this maybe last year. But if you were to very quickly scan through their backlinks, you'll very quickly realize that they don't actually have that many .ae domains, even though it is a .ae website. Now, one thing to bear in mind when it comes to geographical rankings or international rankings is that Google still passes PageRank even if it is a .com rank linking to a .jp, which is a Japanese website, vice versa. So one thing I would suggest with this is try and get as many geographical relevant links, but again, trying to scale out 5,000 or 7,000 referring domains in .ae is difficult. It's super difficult. It's not achievable. You are at some point going to need to say, right, okay, hold my hands up. I'm going to need some .coms, .co.uk's. They've even got some Japanese websites linking to them. So just bear that in mind. Not every single website has got .aes or .aus if you're in Australia. At some point you are going to need to flick the switch and think outside of the box, right? How can I scale out links? How can I scale link velocity? Do I need .coms? Do I need .orgs? Do I need .co.uk's? Look at what your competitors are doing, because I can guarantee that a lot of your competitors will be jumping outside of just the geographic location that you are in. So that has been our next step. Analyze internal analyze internal linking structure. Now, this is quite an advanced strategy. Not many people do this, but what you ideally want is if, say, for example, these guys are linking through to your website. Our team is trained at Searcheroo to essentially, when we are doing any form of outreach, we try to build internal links to the guest post or to the niche edit that we are getting you placed on. So let's say, for example, if KazrasGamingPC.com, they came to us and they said, hey, can you get a link on the Northern Echo? What we would do as part of the outreach process is when we are outreaching to this website is we will say to the website owner, hey, can you make certain that you are internally linking to our guest post 3 or 4 times? And again, it just makes that what it just makes this page, or the page that we are essentially getting a link on, just that little bit more powerful and more SEO friendly. The last thing you want to be doing is building links on orphan pages, because it's going to pass very little power through to your website. And the last step in the 13-point checklist is develop a plan for removing or disavowing harmful links. Now, one thing that I have spoke about in detail at any of my talks, if you guys have attended, is that first of all, SEMrush and Ahrefs, they are not built for disavowing links. They are essentially a data aggregator tool. That's all I use them for. When it comes to removing toxic links, what you want to be doing is using tools like LRT, Majestic, Google Search Console, and combining all of that data into one bucket and then running it through LRT. LRT will basically look at the links going through to your guest posts and to your links, and it will gauge if it is a toxic link or if it's a spammy link. Now, one thing to bear in mind when it comes to disavows and removing harmful links is a link that you get today can be a toxic link in 6 months' time. So if, say, for example, you guys have been hit by core algorithm updates, definitely look to do a disavow. If you guys do need help, make sure to check out casualdash.com, because I can definitely help you guys with that. But links that you guys have purchased, let's say a year ago or 2 years ago, or let's say you have a very dated website and it's 6-7 years old, you might want to take a look at doing a disavow, because again, you might have potentially acquired a link and that link can now be toxic, or your website can be suffering from a negative SEO attack. Let's say one of your competitors might be a little bit annoyed at you because you might have been outranking them and they might have done a negative SEO attack. And a few things to bear in mind when you are looking to do disavows: a lot of links don't even get, or a lot of toxic links don't get picked up by Ahrefs and SEMrush. You guys can even look at the statistics on this. Ahrefs, I want to say, scrapes 60% of websites' backlink profiles. SEMrush is a little bit lower than that. And from a logistical and ROI point of view, Ahrefs and SEMrush don't want to be spam or crawling hacked links. So just bear that in mind when you are doing disavows. It's the hacked links. So basically how toxic links work is, if a person was to do a negative SEO attack on you, if it's links based, they will essentially get a list off of Fiverr or SAP, for example, and those are basically hacked links, and they will essentially point it through to your website. And again, a lot of those links, because Ahrefs don't want to be crawling hacked links, they don't ever get crawled or picked up in Ahrefs and SEMrush. So a lot of the times I get calls with people saying, hey, Kaz, I've done a disavow using SEMrush. And the way that SEMrush gauges a toxic link, it isn't actually accurate at all. So just bear that in mind. If you guys have potentially done a disavow, look to get an expert to do it for you. So that has been my 13-point checklist on link building and backlinks. If you guys do have any questions, or if you guys feel like I have potentially missed anything out, make sure to drop it down in the comment section below. And if you guys do need help with your website, make sure to check out casualdash.com. The link is in the description. Thanks.